Good Monday morning. I am excited. I have been working on a book for you for the last 4 years, and it should be available very shortly. When I was growing up and my dad wasn't there and I was having challenges of how am I going to do as a husband and a father and even just a man in adulthood, because I don't have a dad to show me how, and I worried about that. But fortunately, there was a guy in my neighborhood. His name was Mark Gould, and he came into my life when I was a young teenage boy, 12, 13 years old, and I knew him up until he passed away, I think in 2010 or thereabouts. But he was a great man. He opened up his home to me, and he helped me do things that I wouldn't have known how to do otherwise. Like, he taught me how to ride a motorcycle. He came over and helped fix my mom's brakes. I remember I gouged my thumb in the process. He was kind of worried about that, but it healed. I was very fortunate because he was there, and that helped a lot. Now, he wasn't the only guy that came into my life, but he was the main one. And I do this whole channel and this social media effort to help those of you growing up without a dad today is my way to thank Mark. Well, someone asked me once, when I told that story, they said, did Mark have some set of things he was teaching you? I thought about it for a minute and I said, well, no, he didn't really. But then I thought, well, if I was teaching a young man that was growing up without his dad, what are the things that he would need to know? I made a list. There's actually 16 of them, and I've called them milestones on the Map to Manhood. A lot of you have already downloaded the Map to Manhood. If you haven't, and you're a young man, and I say young man, this applies if you're 30s and you haven't done this stuff. So whether you're 13 or 30 and you are struggling because you've grown up and your dad's not there, I think a lot of the stuff on here is going to help you. The good news is that after 4 years of working on this book that summarizes and details and gives explanation for some of the challenging things that you run into when you're growing up and your dad's not there, it's ready to be ordered, hopefully within a month or so. I'm excited about that. I hope you are too. Getting over the hurt of growing up without a dad is the biggest work that is outlined in the Map to Manhood. It's not just how to be responsible, and that's important, but it's really how to heal from growing up without having a loving relationship with your dad. If any of that sounds interesting to you, then download the graphic and then you'll be on the mailing list and you'll have updates. We'll leave it at that for now. If you're growing up and your dad's not in your daily life, then I hope you'll always remember that you can still succeed even if your dad's not there, and you do have a dad that loves you. Get the Map to Manhood, and I'll see you on the next video.